Every single person wants to move away from primarily treating patients. I don't know if that's you, but I just know that this is the first event I've ever done where every single person's like, I want to go online. I am tired. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of dealing with insurance, or even if they're cash, I'm tired of dealing with always having to physically be in front of patients. And if I'm not physically there, I have no value to them. Every person wants to go online. And so what I want to do is I want to use this episode to talk about some of the things that I told them, and also, you know, just like, what do you need to do as we go into 2025?
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, for joining me. Guys, I want to talk about this past weekend. So I just hosted 14 clients at my Skyview Retreat Center, my townhouse that we finished this year. It was absolutely epic. And I just want to share some things that happened over this past weekend. And I guess maybe it's leading into 2025, just things that I'm seeing with clients, and things that I want you to think about as you go into the year. It's really crazy, 14 people were there. There were pediatric OTs, pediatric PTs, physical therapists, occupational therapists, registered dietitians. Is there any speech therapists there this time? No. I think that's it. I don't know if I'm forgetting anybody, but I think that was the main gist of the people that were there. Some sports therapists, this, that, da, 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 da. Anyways, I'm noticing this constant theme, and I'm doing this podcast episode literally right after I just did at my staff meeting, kind of just sharing with the staff that was not at the event, like what we're seeing in the marketplace from people. Every single person at the event, even though I work with a lot of different healthcare providers, everyone at this event wants to go online. Everyone at this event is sick and tired of no longer wanting to trade all of their time for money. Every single person. That is not how things started out with me. Okay. When I started out, there were people that were like, man, I paid a lot of money to become this healthcare provider. I paid a lot of money to be a physical therapist, a doctor, PT, this, that, da, 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 da. I can't make the money that I need to make in order to pay off my loans, to pay off my just all the investment that I put into this. So I got to start my own business, but I want to go clinical. Now I think people are realizing that, nah, this ain't it. And so I honestly did not realize that every single person is like, I want to go online. And many of those people that were there have successful insurance-based practices. They have successful cash-based practices. And they are like, I am tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go online. I want to have a way that I can bring people value and not have to always physically be in front of them. And so yeah, it was quite eye-opening. So let me tell you what I did with them. And I know I've talked about this before on the pod at some episode, but I kind of brought them through, like, this is what you're going to need to do. Okay. The first thing is your offering has to change. So I'm telling you guys this because you weren't at the event. All right. So I'm telling you what I told them, right? Number one, your offering has to change. Right now, your current offer is you. Okay. Or your current offer is you're offering somebody else. Okay. You're either offering yourself, and I will physically do something to you, and that thing that I do to you will make you feel better. Or I'm going to physically put somebody in front of you, a staff member, and they'll do something to you that will make you feel better. And you need to change that offer. Okay. You need to change that offer. And the offer cannot solely rely on you. So this is how you transition yourself out of you being the the prize versus going to online. If you have a clinic, you start with just changing your offering. You start with changing here. Let's do this over. Okay, here we go. Let's start again. Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you as always for joining me. I want to share with you guys what I believe many of you need to do as you go into 2025. And I'll tell you why I'm doing this. Just this past weekend, I hosted 14 people that flew in from all over the United States, and they flew in to work with me for 2 days. And it was really, really awesome. But I have to tell you this is the first event that I've seen every single person that came there. And there were OTs, there were PTs, there were pediatric therapists, there were registered dietitians, there were people in the sports world, there are people in the peds world, there are people that work at geriatrics. Every single person wants to move away from primarily treating patients. I don't know if that's you, but I just know that this is the first event I've ever done where every single person's like, I want to go online. I am tired. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of dealing with insurance, or even if they're cash. I'm tired of dealing with always having to physically be in front of patients. And if I'm not physically there, I have no value to them. Every person wants to go online. And so what I want to do is I want to use this episode to talk about some of the things that I told them, and also, just like, what do you need to do as we go into 2025? And so, like, you weren't at the event, it was 2 days, but I could give you like a little bit of a Cliff Notes version of what I told the group. Okay, so let's talk about a few different scenarios. Okay, so let's start with, you don't have a clinic, you don't have a practice, you are just someone that you're working for somebody right now and you want to go online. Okay, here's what you must do right now. Okay, you must make a huge focus for 2025 on creating awareness. Okay, and you are going to build awareness through, really, there's 3 ways, but I think you should focus on 2. Okay, I need you to focus on becoming a very good communicator and starting to build content for a group of people. Okay, you are going to focus on building content and helping people that have a particular problem, and you are going to help them, and you're going to make that your focus for the entire 2025 to figure out what that group of people that you've decided to serve, what they need, and that throughout the year, you are going to slowly but surely become a trusted advisor to those people. Okay? If you don't have a clinic, you don't have a practice, you're just working for somebody else, you need to make that commitment, and make that commitment now. Okay? That's what you need to do. You're going to do that, and you are going to start to figure out who already has those people. Who has the audience that I want to serve, that eventually I want them to buy stuff from me? Who already has that audience? And those people are going to become your friends. You need to make them your friends. You need to figure out how you can make their life better so that they'll pay attention to you, so that in the future, you guys can do things together. That needs to be your focus, okay? That is group number 1. All right, group number 2, you have a practice. You have a clinic. You are helping people, but you are helping people through insurance, okay? I want to talk to you right now. Here's what you need to do. You don't close down your insurance-based company. You don't do that and just say, I want to go online. That's stupid, okay? That is not bright. That is not smart. You put a lot of work, a lot of effort into building that. So what you need to do is you need to do a transition, okay? And here's how the transition is going to look. What I am highly advising you to do is to create a presentation or a pyramid. And that, at least that's how I believe you all should do it, okay? And that's how I've done it. That's how I have clients that have insurance-based practices to do it. And what I need you to do is I need you to really, really, really focus on breaking away from the insurance therapy that you've been doing. Yes, you might think you're doing occupational therapy. You might think you're doing physical therapy. You might think you're doing, dietetics and nutritional, therapy. But the reality is that those of you that are taking insurance, you're doing insurance therapy, meaning that you have justified to yourself that the things that you're doing with clients are the perfect way to do things, but really you're doing the things that insurance covers. Okay. So you need to really have a hard conversation with yourself and say, hey, if money wasn't an issue, what would be the ideal way for me to work with clients? What's everything I know, everything I could do that could get clients the most optimal results? What is it? Okay. Now, what I need you to do is I need you to write those things down and come up with a framework and a step for people to go from at their worst to their best. Write it all down. Forget about insurance. And then I want you to look at all the things you wrote down and the steps that you would typically do with a client. And I want you to asterisk the things that insurance doesn't cover. I want you to present that to every single client moving forward and let them know this is the ideal path of what I would take in order for you to get to where you're at to where you want to be. Okay. And then let them know a couple things. This is what insurance will cover. This is what insurance doesn't cover. I can treat you for all the things that insurance covers, and that's it. You will not get the optimal results. You'll get results, but it won't be optimal. This is what I recommend, but I will leave it up to you. There you go. Now, inside of those other things, they might be online programs. There might be this, it might be that. Okay. That's what I need you to do first. And then I need you to also do this next thing for you insurance people. Wherever they want to eventually end up at, I need you, and when I'm going to talk to you cash-based people in a second, I need you to make sure people understand this, that whatever it took for you to get to the top, there is work to stay at the top. Okay. I've had to learn how to make a lot of money, but I also have to learn how to keep that money. It's a whole different skill set. Okay. All right. Like, what are the things I need to do to make my money grow? All right. That's one thing. I've had to learn how to get healthy. I also have to learn how to stay healthy. Okay. There is work. You can't just get healthy and then after that you stop doing things. Okay. There is work to stay at the level that you are at. So whether that is improving your mental situation, your spiritual situation, your physical situation, there is work. And I need you to get comfortable with presenting that to people, because in that scenario, usually there is a membership program waiting. There is something that you could present to people and you could sell to people on how they can actually maintain the results that you have gotten with them. So that's how you transition online. Okay. That is the way you do it. That is for my insurance people. All right. For my cash-based people, I'm highly advising you to change immediately. Going into 2025, change your entire cash practice to a solutions-based offer. Okay. If you want to know about a solutions-based offer, go listen to one of my SBO episodes. Okay. There's an SBO episode. I don't know what it is. I'll put it in the show notes. Okay. But go search my podcast, Secrets for Success, and you'll see a solutions-based offer episode. Go and get that. I wish I could edit this right now or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. But go get that episode and listen to the steps and how you create a solutions-based offer. I have something on my side, things like $20 or something like that, where you can actually buy the course on solutions-based offer. Please do that, because inside of your solutions-based offer, you're now not just selling yourself, you're selling yourself along with other tools, other services, other things that could help them with getting the result that they're looking for from you faster. And in that, you are going to add online components that's going to help them with getting the result that they are looking for. But right now, you have conditioned them that the only way they're going to get their result is if you're physically in front of them. That is what's keeping you trapped. Okay. And that's what I told these people this past weekend. Now, what I did with them is I actually laid out exactly how they're going to do their offer, the things that they need to do right now. If people are ready to do it, what can they get people for free? What their paid offer is going to look like. I had to restructure all that stuff with them, what this is going to look like, but hey, they paid and you did it. Okay. So anyway, that's fine. But that's what I told them. And that's what I want you to do. Okay. I need you guys to do this because I realize it really is getting to this breaking point for people. Okay. It's getting to a breaking point. And you guys got to be willing to change. Okay. And we can no longer say, we need change. Look, I'm telling you what to do. All right. This is what you need to do. If you want help with this, fine, then reach out. Okay. You can text us, you can call us, you can, hit me up on Instagram, whatever. That's fine. Go to my group, whatever. Okay. All right. Like I'm giving you the help. I'm giving you the help for free. All right. Just take my advice. Please go do this for yourself. All right. Don't let it get, guys, understand everybody is feeling the pinch. Everybody's feeling the pressure. Okay. At some point, everyone is going to do what I say. Okay. At some point, it's going to happen. All right. All the people that practice, at some point, like, people don't want to work for you anymore. People don't want to do this crap anymore. That's why it's so hard. So change and do this now so that you can be on the front end of this. All right. Please do it. Please. So that's what I want you guys to do. Okay. And I want you guys to do this. I want you guys to make this year amazing. I want you guys to make 2025 an amazing year for you, but you got to start now. And that's what I would do. So hopefully I've hit all the different situations. If I never hit your situation, you can reach out to me. But I believe this will help you and I believe this will bless you. All right. I love you guys. Till next time.